Welcome everybody, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Payoff Pitch Baseball, 1964 Yankees. It's my Joe Pepitone replay. I'm going to play through the bottom of the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th using Payoff Pitch, and I'm going to show you a couple of, hacks, if you will, just to present the game with a little bit of play-by-play and also analysis as I go in terms of the mechanics of playing the game and so forth. So we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. The score is 2-0. Both teams have 5 hits, and it's going to be Joe Pepitone, Elston Howard, and Clete Boyer for the 64 Yankees. Now, I'm not really an early 60s guy, but I am playing the 64 Yankees because at some point I bought a 1964 set. I did a lot of the Sandy Koufax replays, and that's probably why I bought it. But then I read the Joe Pepitone book, Joe, You Could Have Made Us Proud, and it was a good book. So then I said I'd like to play a Pepitone season where he had a pretty good year, and he does have a pretty good year in 64. But and today he's 1 for 2 in the bottom of the 7th. So we're using fast action cards to play, no dice today. So just be aware of that, and let's do this. So we're gonna. Bernie Daniels is the pitcher, right? Here he is. So Bernie Daniels is the pitcher. So we are going to pull a fact. We're going to go upper left. It's a 10. That's going to be it's going to be a tough pitch. The question is what Joe Pepitone can do with that tough pitch. He's a righty, so we're going to look on the right side versus right-handed pitcher. We're going to pull a card. Upper righty, it's a 32, and that's going to be line base hit for Joe Pepitone. He rips one to right center field, and it's played by, I guess it's Kevin Hunt. Is that his name? Ken Hunt. All right. So that's his second hit of the day. And next is going to be Elston Howard. Now, we're not going to bunt with Elston Howard, and we're not going to bunt with the next guy either because they have low bunt. And this is where you look to see, and that's how I do it. There's other ways of doing it, but I just look at your bunt rating. It's an F. That probably says that you never bunted that season. It's probably what it's about. A guy that bunts a little bit more would have more of a success rate and so on and so forth. So I don't think he ever bunted. He's got a 0 there. Sacrifice hit 0. So then I'm probably not going to bunt with him. I'll just kind of hit away with him. I could do a hit and run. He does have up to 1-40. Now, if he was facing a left-handed pitcher, I would rather do a hit and run because it's only 1-4 on the strikeouts. So less of a chance of a strikeout because you're at a huge disadvantage on a hit and run if the batter swings and misses and there's a strikeout. Your base runner is probably going to get thrown out at second with this game. With other games, it's a little bit different. But this, I think this game hits it right on the nose. So it's Benny Daniels. I don't know if I may have called him Bernie, but it's Benny Daniels. And he's still in there. He's pitched well. He can go 7. Actually, in the 7th inning, if he had given up 3 runs or more, he would become fatigued, and I would use his fatigue card. There's a card somewhere lying around that's a fatigue card. Here it is, for example, right here. See that? He'd be using that, which you can pitch. Excuse me. You can pitch a couple of innings with that with no problem. All right, let's move on. So here's a pitch from Daniels. It's going to be an 11 this time. That's a wheelhouse. Wheelhouse versus a righty is a 1-20. So we're looking right in this section right here versus righty. We're pulling a 45, and that is ripped to left for a base hit. What will happen with the base runner? He will advance 1 base. So stopping at second is Pepitone. So the first 2 batters have reached base here, starting off the bottom of the 7th inning against Benny Daniels. Clete Boyer's up now. Now, he's a debunter, so he has bunted at some point. But then we're going to have, coming up, it's going to be the pitcher, and I don't want to replace the pitcher. He's got a shutout going, 5-hit shutout. So I'm just going to swing away with Clete Boyer. and not going to hit and run either. 9. So we're going to look, see up there is a 9, and we look at in play. So this ball is going to be put in play by Boyer. It's a 95, and that's going to be probably a fly ball, and it is to left field. Now, this is where I could check and try to advance Pepitone on second base. He's got pretty good speed. He did play center field for a while, so his speed rating is a 7, so that's an advantage, and I can show you how to do that here. So I'm going to try to, if it's a deep fly ball, if it's a shallow fly ball, it makes it a lot harder, and the chances of him being thrown out are increased. So whether or not there's an additional kind of a homebrew that's kind of going around that explains how to do this, and I'll do it right here for you if it's a deep fly ball. So I'm gonna have to check if it's a deep fly ball. It's to left field, and I actually saw a deep fly ball to left field yesterday, and the runner moved up from first to second on that. All right, so it is a short fly ball. You can see that right there, short fly ball. So it's a short fly ball to left field, so there's going to be no advancement there. And if there were an advancement, it would not be a good chance to be safe. It'd be, minimal, the opportunity to be safe. So we're going to go now with 1 out to the pitcher hitting card. And Whitey Ford is a 3. So in this case, Whitey Ford bunting is a B bunter. So that's really good. So he's going to square around. He's going to try to move both these guys up on a bunt. So that's really how I do it. I look at his card, and this is Whitey Ford's card, and you can see he's a B bunter. See that? So, there's other ways of doing this. I'm not doing it any other way. That's just, I need a bunt right here. I'm not a guy who really, excessively bunts. I think I do it about the right amount of time for me. But he's a B, so we're just going to pull a card. It's that simple. We pull a card, and let's see what it says. B, it's a sacrifice hit. And so he bunts it to the pitcher. Pitcher off the mound, picks it up, and he's got 1 play. And it's going to be 1-4. Both runners move up, and that's a big sacrifice. So a good play. Both runners get a little S there. Okay, I got a little visit from my cat. All right. And here we go with 2 outs at the top of the order. It's going to be the lefty hitting Tony Kubek. And Kubek versus righties batted .228, so he's not a big worry. So let's do this. Let's pull a card with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Pepitone at third and Howard at second. And it's going to be a 7. A 7 is going to be in play. And that is going to be a 66, in play 66. And there's nothing, of course, you'd look here, but it goes up to 23, so you move down to the out section, and that is chopped to the shortstop, who charges, fires the first, and Brinkman throws out. It's Brinkman to Skowron to retire the side, so no runs, a couple of hits, 2 left, and we go to top of the 8th inning. Right, in the top of the 8th inning, it's going to be Hinton, Skowron, and Hunt against Whitey Ford. So let's do this. Here's a pitch from Whitey. That's a 6. It's a tough pitch. So against a lefty, we're looking at a tough section. That's a 31, and that is a strikeout. So a swing and a miss by Hinton. Whitey Ford gets him with a curve. Skowron is up. Bill Skowron, he's 1 for 3 today with a double. It's a 6, upper left-hand corner. You look at the tough against lefties. That's a 31, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Ford. And then it's Kenny Hunt. Kenny Hunt today's 0 for 2. Oh, no, 1 for 2 with a walk. You can see that there, 1 for 2, and he flied out to center. And he got a walk. Here's a pitch. It's an 11. That's a tough pitch for sure, and that is a strikeout. So Whitey Ford strikes out the side. What a hell of an inning for Whitey Ford. Now, these are guys that I really, have trouble visualizing. That's why I don't really play older seasons, because I can't. It's hard. Whitey Ford I can visualize a little bit because I've seen him in a lot of pictures. He used to hang out and drink with Mickey Mantle a lot. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and here's Benny Daniels. He's still in there. I try to push especially in a situation like this, try to push my pitchers to complete the game. I like doing that. That's why I play the older season. So here's Bobby Richardson. He's 1 for 3 and scored a run. That's a 5. A 5 is going to be patient against a righty. So 1 to 42, it's going to be an advantage for the pitcher. It's a 57, so that's a fly ball to right. Over is the right fielder, Don Locke. I believe it's Don Locke. It's in the other set. It's all right. I believe it's Don Locke. So here comes Hector Lopez. Let's do this. It's a 9. So we look at in play against a righty, in play, and now we're going to roll right in here, and it's a 76, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. So 2 out. Center field comes over. Ken Hunt, and squeezes it for out number 2. And here is Mickey Mantle. Nice thing about this game is it plays very quickly. So there's 2 outs. Mickey Mantle's up. Let's pull a card. Pitch from Daniels. It's a 7. That's an in play. In play 30, and that will be, oh, yeah, Mickey Mantle doesn't hit righties well. He hits lefties extremely well. I think he hits them at a 424 clip against lefties, and he hits righties at a 241 clip. So 30 against a righty is going to be an out, and that is a pop-up infield left side, and that's a third baseman. Don Zimmer's out there at third base, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 9th, last licks for the Washington Senators, 1964. Last licks. Here comes Whitey Ford trying to complete the game. Complete game shutout. That'd be great to see that. He's going to face Don Locke leading it off, Leppert, and Cottier. So we're pulling a card. It's a 10, and that is a tough pitch. Another tough pitch by Whitey, and a 16 is a strikeout. So he's gotten stronger as the game has gone along, and he struck out 4 in a row. So Locke goes down swinging, is not happy with himself. Here's Don Leppert. Leppert is 1 for 3 today. And here's the pitch. It's a 9. That's going to be in play. So versus a lefty, 1 to 18 is going to be a base hit, and it's a 38. That takes us to the out range, and it's popped up in the infield, middle of the infield. Over is the shortstop, Kubek, and Kubek makes the catch. So the Washington team is to their final out, and it's going to be Chuck Cottier. And let's see what happens. Here's a pitch from Whitey Ford. It's a 6. That's a tough pitch. Can Cottier do something with it? There's a small chance. A 33 swings and misses, and the ball game is over. What a performance by Whitey Ford. He's gone 9 innings of shutout ball, allowing 5 hits. Actually 6 hits. Got him on 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hitter for Whitey Ford. 6 hit shutout. And it's going to be no runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Washington team. 2 runs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Yankees. This is a home game at Yankee Stadium. And the runs, the scoring occurred in the bottom of the 1st inning. You had a 1-out single by Richardson, and then a 2-out double by Mickey Mantle. And then in the bottom of the 4th inning, it was a single and stolen base by Tommy Tresh, followed by an RBI single by Joe Pepitone. And that was all the scoring the Yanks needed behind the masterful pitching of Whitey Ford, and that is Payoff Pitch. And I continue to, I think it's a 4-game series versus the Washington team. And so I'm going to continue to play this out, this Payoff Pitch. I hope that that playthrough helped you a little bit. Take care.